It is our pleasure to come your way again today to continue our efforts in deepening awareness on retirement. Today, we have come with another robust topic that we are going to share together with you. And we still want to use this opportunity to actually appreciate all those that have been following us since we started this program. We appreciate your comment. We appreciate your likes on our Facebook and YouTube channels. We appreciate the feedback, and that has actually helped, giving us strength to continue in our determinations to bring to you what you need to know about retirement. I remain the promoter of this program, Mr. Chusudo Konta. I'm also the producer or publisher of Nigeria #1 Insurance and Pension News Online, known as Ispen Online. Today we want to look at a topic that says winning enemies against good retirement. Winning enemies against good retirement. There are enemies that you need to win if you want to retire very well. As it's been said, life is just a battle. Even right from the time that our parents came together, it was actually a battle, because biologically we are told that out of the millions of the sperm released by our father, it was only one, some occasions only one, that had opportunity to fertilize the egg from our mom, and that was how our journey to life began. And that is just to tell you that life is just a battle. Even for you to retire, is a battle. The enemies you need to identify, and you have to fight these enemies squarely in order for you to have good retirement time. Before we go into the discussions fully as usual, let's just serve you with an update. In line with this topic we are discussing, maybe some people, because they did not identify the enemies and fight them squarely, and that is why the update is coming up, because our engagement with some retirees, their retirees are not actually finding the economic situation funny. Like some of them that we interacted with, we are always saying that their income is fixed, while the cost of living, cost of things continue to go up. Imagine a liter of fuel now for almost 600 naira, for a retiree, that is earning a fixed, income. And many other things, that cost of transportation has gone up, even foodstuffs and every other thing. Even they are proposing now to even increase the tariff for electricity. All these things are actually impacting the retirees, and that is why it is very, very necessary that this podcast, you listen to it, because you that is working towards retirement, so that the mistake that all these retirees made, you will not make them. That is just the update. Retirees are actually lamenting, that life has not been that easy for them, but thank God for grace that is keeping them going. And let's go into our discussions fully. Just as I said earlier, life is about competitions, and there are a lot of enemies, a lot of things that are just there. They are working, like we can call them headwinds, that want to stop us from achieving our goals. Every goal that you have set, there are always enemies, there are always headwinds that want to bar you from achieving those goals. Those headwinds, those things that are what we term as enemies, that you must win if you want to retire, and retire very, very well. You must fight these enemies in order for you to have good time in retirement. We want to identify the enemies. We identify them, and we'll now explain briefly how you have to tackle them in order for you to win them, for you to succeed. The first enemy we are going to identify here, we have these enemies, both internal and external enemies, but we are going to consider them together, both the internal factors, coming from factors coming from the internal enemy and those from the external enemy. We'll take all of them together. Maybe in the future we may still revisit this topic, in order for us to broaden the scope. But let's just take them as wholesome. The first enemy we have identified that you must win if you want to retire very well. The first enemy is you. You. That is what we call self. The self in you. You must defeat that enemy if you want to retire and retire well. Because the self in you wants you to please him. And that self is what will lead you into gratification, lead you into, wastages, lead you into squaring up with the Jews, doing what other people are doing. Is the self in you that will make you to do things to please other people. Is the self in you that will tell you not to, even at your retirement time is still far, enjoy your life. Is the self in you that will tell you who are you leaving your wealth for, the children that you don't know how they are even going to spend it. It is the self in you that will even tell you, oh, enjoy yourself. Why do you need to retire? One day you just die and leave all those things. The self in you want you to, massage it. It want you to, please it. But if you didn't win that self in you, you will be surprised at that time that when you needed rest, that self will be the one that will still be blaming you. That is where you now see people regretting of actions that they didn't take. In order for you to have good retirement, you must defeat that self that is in you. And that is why you say is you must defeat yourself. You must conquer yourself. All those voices that are telling you things that that are, anti-retirement, those things that will not allow you save money, that will not allow you plan, that will not allow you take action, you must win them. You must defeat them in order for you to have good retirement. That is why you said the first thing is you. That is the self in you. You must defeat it. Having defeated that, like a man of God once said, life is the challenges in life. They just file up like where the military are in parade. As you defeat another one is coming. Having defeated this first enemy, which is self, then you now move to the second enemy, which is your family. Your family members, they can be enemy to your good retirement. And these family members, you know what the family is all about. Like my children will always tell me that the family is made up of the father, mother, and children. This is family. But you still extend it to like a extended family, other members, your relative, your siblings, and your uncles, your aunties, your nephew, your niece. All of them are part of your family. They can constitute as headwind to your good retirement. When they are putting unnecessary pressures on you, and you now say you want to satisfy everybody, you'll be surprised that at the time of retirement you will not have anything. Like a friend once advised me, there was a time a friend told me, say, see, you need to plan your life. Don't just say, oh, my brothers, my sisters. If you fail to plan, when it gets to that time and you now begin to regret, say, I helped my brother, I helped my sister, that is why I didn't plan. Say, those your relative will even tell, how much did you even spend on me? This one everywhere you say, I helped my brother, I helped my sister. Just tell me the amount you spent on me. Let me pay you and refund you the amount you spent. That actually opened my eye to it. You should not allow your family members to buy you from having good retirement. It's good you help them, but don't like somebody was telling me yesterday in the church. He said God did not tell us that we should love our neighbors more than ourselves. He said what the scripture says is love your neighbor as yourself. That you don't love your neighbor more than yourself. That is, you should not love your family members more than yourself, because when you do, you may regret it. And those people that you are even loving more than yourself, they will even be the one that may even come and begin to blame you for not taking actions at the time you're supposed to take that action. Your family members can be enemy. Your wife can be an enemy. Your husband can be an enemy, to your retirement. You want to do something, your wife is complaining, your husband is complaining, your children are complaining at retirement, you are taking on retirement that is coming 5 years, 20 years, 30 years to come. Because of that, you want to go to party, you will not let us go. You want to do this, every unnecessary expenses that they are bringing. You are saying, okay, I'm making plan for retirement. And when you begin to concede to all those things, in future, you may see that dream retirement, you may not get it. I'm not conversing that you should not help your family members, but don't allow your family members derail your retirement plan. That is the second enemy you have to fight. The third enemy you have to fight is your friends. Your friends. What counsel do you receive from your friends? Don't allow your friends to take you, to veer you off of your plans. Many people have been advised wrongly when they want to take step. Their friend will just, like, if somebody once told me that how his friend is angry with him tomorrow, that his friend wanted to buy a plot of land, and he discouraged the friend, telling the friend, what are you coming to do here? This place is not developed. And today that place has actually developed now, and every time the friend remember that, oh, I would have bought this land, he will always remember that it was his friend that discouraged him. You must not allow your friends, discourage you from something that God has actually put into your hand. Your friends can be your enemies, and you have to win them. The other enemy we want to go to is the enemy, where you work, your employer. Your employer can be your enemy, and actually many employers are enemies to their employees. I've seen organizations where people work, they have vehicles, they can't drive their vehicles to their offices because of the employer. Because once you bring your vehicle, they say, you are making money. They'll begin to see how to, give you query and all those stuff. And some employers don't even contribute towards their employees' retirement. Some they deduct they deduct the pension contributions from their employees, and they don't remit, and many other things that they do. Some are even owing the employees salary, but every day they are going on vacation. You see, they don't even plan for you. You must plan for yourself. Don't allow your employer to be your enemy. If you see that your employer is standing your way, want to deter you from it, you can resign from that job and look for alternative. Don't allow your employer to be your enemy. Then the greatest enemy we have is even government. When people look at those things that are against retirement, like as I was searching when I was making research, I was seeing inflation, seeing government policies, seeing many other things that are there. All government can be your enemy. Government policies may come, and like even what we are witnessing now, though some people are rejoicing that the inflation, that's the fuel subsidy was removed, but what are the palliative? What are the things on ground to take care of the people? Nothing. You just come and say, oh, subsidy is gone. Subsidy is gone, and people are buying fuel now 600 naira per liter, and there is nothing to cushion that effect. Government can be your enemy, and that is why you too have to be very, very careful. Even when government want to constitute an enemy to themselves as an enemy to you, you just have to find a way. Now that they have removed subsidy, you have a car that you drive before. So because of comfort, I don't want anybody to, and you want to, every day you are spending almost 10,000 naira fueling your car. Why not you look for alternative? You can use commercial vehicles. Don't allow the government to stop you in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve. Even inflation, when inflation, that inflation, government with their policies can lead to inflation. You too must plan against inflation. You just have to, don't allow all these enemies, you don't allow them stop you. You must pray that God should help you to overcome them, because at the end, if you overcome, you will have your dream retirement. But if you fail to defeat all these enemies and more, those ones that we couldn't even identify, you may be surprised you will not get what you expected. I pray that your expectations will not be cut off, but you need to do something. I want to stop here. By the grace of God, will still come your way in the future. In case you have engagement, you have questions to ask, you want to engage us, our numbers are open: 08054 070269557, and the other number is 07033253527. Our email address is ispenonline@gmail.com. Please share this podcast. You may be helping another person. May God bless you. By the grace of God, we will still come your way in the future. Remain blessed.